Live, local, late breaking. From the WHIO Broadcast Center in Dayton, this is News Center 7.
Snow of the year has come and gone, but it won't be the last. With winter on the horizon, the roads are going to start getting slicker. News Center 7's Amber Jenkins talked with drivers in Montgomery County about the upcoming winter driving.
So I watch the news to make sure my travel time is going to be good.
Most cars on the roads had a blanket of snow on them. As the first snowflakes in the Miami Valley fell, AAA is trying to prep drivers for winter driving.
Always be mindful, especially when you're starting to have the temperature drop, when you have moisture that's already on the road. And everyone knows like bridges and overpasses are a key area when temperature goes below 32 degrees.
Slick roads are always a concern for drivers when it snows. But most of the locals I spoke to are used to driving in the snow. In fact, one lady said, "It's Ohio."
I originally am from the cold states of Indiana, Chicago, and Wisconsin, had babies there, but yes, we love the cold.
I met Maria Wilson while she was pumping gas and about to hit the road.
And I'm headed to go and take care of my grandbaby, and then from there drop my son off at work, so I'll be on the road quite a bit, even late tonight.
As we approach the holiday season with more drivers on the roads and the possibility for more snow in the forecast, Wilson urged everyone to drive safely.
Stay far behind, keep your lights on, watch the other drivers because you never know. It could be the one in front of you. So,
in Montgomery County, Amber Jenkins, News Center 7.
We'll need to make sure our cars are ready for the winter too. Before getting in the car, AAA said drivers should check the tire pressure. They also need to check the date on the battery. Mechanics said some can last 5 years, but most are good for about 3. Every day, AAA said it handles about a dozen calls for dead batteries. And be careful when warming up the car. In Ohio, it is illegal to leave the car running alone unless it is in the owner's driveway. When the Cleveland Browns build their new stadium, we won't be seeing scenes like this. That's because the new place will have a dome. The team celebrated Thursday night's win against the Steelers as snow fell. Playing in freezing temperatures, the Browns beat Pittsburgh 24-19. You can see at one point the turf completely turned white. Weather specialist Nick Dunn joins us with your Storm Center 7 forecast. That looks like a fun game to watch.
It really did. I don't know that we're going to be seeing scenes like that anytime soon, but those that may be getting a head start on Thanksgiving travel, we're in good shape tomorrow, but we have a couple days we certainly need to keep our eyes on. Let's take a look at the forecast. If you're heading out to get a head start on those Thanksgiving travel plans, tomorrow looks good. Monday and Thursday, we'll give it a poor rating. We'll have some wet roads out there on Monday with some rain showers. And then for Thursday, we're actually tracking the potential for another mix of rain and snow across the Miami Valley. We'll see how it all pans out. I'll talk about why we're still a bit uncertain here with that part of the forecast in just a moment. Outside late tonight, though, in Dayton, we are dry, cloudy sky right now at 39 degrees. Winds out of the west at 7. That's driving the wind chill down a little bit. So if you have any plans late tonight or first thing tomorrow morning, you'll make sure you want to bundle up out there. Good news is traffic is moving well, and we don't have any of that pesky light rain like we had earlier this morning. Live Doppler 7, in fact, is dry, and there's not a huge variety in temperature because of the thick deck of cloud cover that we have. We're sitting at 39 right now in Springfield, 36 in Richmond, one of the cool spots there. Oxford checking in there at 42. For the rest of tonight, thanks to the cloud cover, we're not going to see the temperatures fall too much further. We'll call for a low of 36 here in Dayton with an overcast sky. A bit breezy as well. Winds out west there around 10 miles per hour. So again, as you head out the door tomorrow morning, a jacket probably not a bad idea. Speaking of cloud cover, it's going to stick around to at least get the day started as we get into your Sunday. But by the afternoon, I think we'll find a few peaks of sunshine. That should help us warm up a little bit there into the lower 50s as we get towards the afternoon. But just as quick as the clouds clear out, they should start to thicken up once again by Sunday night going into Monday morning as we're tracking that chance for rain. Now, as you look ahead towards Thanksgiving, we're tracking an area of low pressure that'll be working through the southern plains, but there's some question marks with where this is going to travel. Now, if you're a snow lover, you want this low to kind of track right here on this blue line. We'll talk about that in just a moment. The heaviest snow typically falls about 150 miles to the north of the track. But let's watch what happens. If this area of low pressure tracks through Ohio, the best chance of snow likely to our north. If it travels along that blue track into southern Kentucky and into the mid-Atlantic region, that gives us the best chance of snow. If it travels further south towards places like Memphis and Atlanta, it could be a total miss. So in the futurecast, really not giving us a great idea as to where this goes right now. We've got several days to kind of keep an eye on it. In fact, here is futurecast for Monday. We are all rain Temperatures in the 50s. That's way above average for this time of the year. So you'll want the rain gear if you happen to be going back to work. I know it's a short work week with the holiday out there. Tuesday, we do start to see the rain moving away, but that we'll start to replace that rain rather with some cold air. Afternoon highs on Tuesday, only in the 40s. Wednesday, cloud cover thickens up again, and watch what happens Wednesday night. Snow to the north, rain to the south, so anywhere that track changes, even by 50 miles, could really dictate a different type of forecast for us. Into Thanksgiving Day, we stay a bit unsettled, but as colder air wraps in Thursday afternoon, I think we see that rain mix with and eventually change to some snow. But again, we've got a few days to figure out just exactly how that's going to turn out. Here's my Storm Center 7-day forecast, 57 there for Monday. That's the warmest day over the next several days. We're down to the 40s there for Tuesday and Wednesday. You see the turkey dancing there? You might be looking for a dry spot there on Thursday with a high of 40 degrees. How about next Saturday, a high of 33 and an overnight low of 21? It's going to be getting much colder after Thanksgiving.
Thanks, Nick. President-elect Trump continues to fill out his potential cabinet, announcing new names for some key positions overnight. Bradley Blackburn has the latest on Trump's list of picks.
While he remains in Mar-a-Lago, President-elect Trump's future administration continues to take shape. Late Friday, he made a flurry of cabinet announcements. Among them, Scott Bessent, a billionaire investor and hedge fund manager, as Secretary of the Treasury. He'd be key to the president-elect's plan for tariffs on many foreign-made goods. Bessent is openly gay and would be the first gay cabinet member to serve in a Republican administration if confirmed. Trump also announced former Congressman Dr. Dave Weldon as his pick to run the CDC, Dr. Jeanette Neshawat, a Fox News medical contributor, as U.S. Surgeon General, and Dr. Marty McCary as FDA Commissioner. NFL veteran Scott Turner has been chosen to run the Department of Housing and Urban Development, and Congresswoman Lori Chavez DeRemer as Labor Secretary.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Russ Vought will be nominated as Director of the Office of Management and Budget. He served in the role in the previous Trump administration and was an architect of Project 2025, the conservative plan to overhaul the government.
They threw due process, fundamental fairness, and our Constitution out the window.
Former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi replaced former Congressman Matt Gaetz as the nominee for U.S. Attorney General. Gaetz withdrew his name amid questions about whether he could be confirmed. His next step is unknown.
I'm still going to be in the fight, but it's going to be from a new perch.
Gaetz said he will not return to serve in the House in January. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
President-elect Trump's path to the White House is clearing up. On Friday, a New York judge announced he will postpone sentencing indefinitely for Trump's New York hush money case. Having a meal for Thanksgiving is often a luxury we take for granted. How some food banks are working this year to make sure everyone has that opportunity.